let's bring out our wonderful players, starting with your metal maestro, Ivan Van Norman. All right. That's what I'm talking about, okay. Joining us on the stage next, no stranger to music, Jason Charles Miller. Now, if you will join me with some incredible hair backstage, Michelle Nguyen Bradley. Joining us next on the stage. Hey, is that a yes? Is that? Let's do it! All right, that's a yes! Markeia McCarty! All right, you know him, you love him. For the millionth show this weekend, Luis Carazo! Next up, that beautiful creature himself, Noxweiler Berf! And last but certainly not least, I would love to welcome to the stage, Brennan Lee Mulligan! All right, we've got 2 hours before they find out we stole this room, so have a great time, everybody.
All right, Gen Con, welcome. Thank you so much for showing up to Gods of Metal Ragnarock today, where our amazing avatars of metal are going to go out to try to find the sacred hearts. But as you probably have heard and already noticed today, this is a very special, very unique show coming to Gen Con for the very first time, because we have this amazing band who is going to be up here, right? Give it up for the accompaniment. So I think this is going to be fun, because this is a Gen Con first. We're going to be doing a live play RPG for you today with live music. And you know what? I think we should just get started, right? Should we just do this? Are you ready to rock? All right. So, after a harrowing conversation with a sand fiend, the semi-acclaimed adventuring band, the Uberbats, descended deep into the temple of Asnu Baba in order to claim the Dream Key, which, rumor has it, allows others to see deep into the dreams of both denizens and avatars alike. Now, after witnessing a harrowing prophecy in which a colossal demon dragon rose from the depths of the abyssal rift, they brought the key to a certain Kevin, aka Mr. Wizard, who stole the key himself in order to unlock the Sacred Heart to bring about the demon dragon's return. Sailing upon a rainbow bridge over the abyssal rift, they caught and consumed Mr. Wizard, but lost the dream key into the depths of the abyss. Now, the newly dubbed Uber Wizard Bats have brought news back to their possible manager, Mr. Ratatat himself.
Hello, Mr. Manager.
What do you mean you lost the dream key?
I didn't say that. You inferred that. We are here. We've accomplished your quest.
You didn't accomplish. You brought me back a dream key, which was awesome, and we thought that was going to be good, and I could even sell against that a little bit, but then I let you go back with it, and then you lost it to my contact that I gave you.
The wizard?
Mr. Wizard, or Kevin,
Right,
I
well,
guess.
you know, he was the right piece, you know, Gov. We had to go ahead and decapitate him because some people need and deserve it.
But some people what?
Listen, man, he
And
tried
deserve
to.
it.
They deserve, oh, yeah.
He tried to change the deal on us. So we had to kill him.
And then we ate him!
That's the Ragnarock way.
We're wearing them right
Okay,
now.
look, you all had a calamity event in your hands, and you bungled it, all right? Do you know how many tickets I could have sold in a world-ending event like a dream dragon rising out of a central location like the Abyssal Rift? No, don't answer that. Whatever number you come up with, it's not high enough. By a 6. I only get a few clients a year who run into like this, and we gotta fix this. No. You have to fix this.
All right, well, we kind of know where the key dropped, so we could just like go down there and get it.
Right. That's exactly what you're gonna do.
Well, does anybody still have Billy the boat driver's number?
Well, I don't really keep anybody's numbers, Gov. You know, they call me, you know what I'm saying?
Is anyone gonna eat this gum I found under the table? That's all you, man. Oh, thank you. I haven't eaten yet.
So that should probably give you a good idea that we should introduce our current band members here a little bit so you can get to know who their god is and who they are a little bit. So first of all, Gargamel Gorefinger here with the new god.
My name is Gargamel Gorefinger, and I'm a howler for a special new god, Malador Muck Faducker. You're gonna hear me say the word Faducker a whole lot today. All I need each and every one of you to do is just remove the D in your mind.
We will get to our intro here in a second, but continue, Mr. Krakatoa Sparkmaster.
How you doing? I'm Krakatoa Sparkmaster. I'm a shredder for Kekatari, and I have a 4-necked guitar axe that I attach to my belt, spin around, and chop wizards' heads off, amongst other things.
Hexus.
Hello, my name's Hexus. My god that I worship is Fenrir, keeper of all the bones. I love bones. When you see me, you see just a lot of hair. I've got a taxidermied wig that I wear. I take some hair from all of my enemies and create a glorious cloak of hair. And there's some stuff hidden there. We'll get there later. And I'm a howler also. I do sing for the bands, and I did eat part of the wizard. It was very delicious.
Right, so my name is Carthusis Artifact, and I'm all about obliterating the man, because the man deserves it. Right? Right? The man has too much, and we're going to get it all back. I worship the goddess Calamity, who's all about law, justice, and death. We will restore the balance back to those that deserve it, which is us.
Yeah!
I'm Sabototh! And I am, I look like this. I got face paint. I got the planets hanging around my neck. And my weapon. I'm the drummer. But around me are the symbols of my drum that are also these saw blades that when I throw them in the air, they spin around and they scream the collective melancholy and angst of all of the people from everywhere, from all dimensions, every universe. And I worship Asnu Baba, who is the god of doom, and the god that recognizes that all things must come to an end.
All right, and you're all a bunch of mess-ups is what you are.
Thank you.
Now, because of this massive pushback and because you all look one short at this moment, Rat-a-tat here, my guy, I'm gonna pair you with a solo act that I found a few days ago. I wasn't too sure what to do with them, but it's clear that a Tweedledee here needs a Tweedledum. He's one of those glory shredders. I think a Dio Mightiest guy. And apparently he's an expert in calamities. He goes by Robbie Lightning. Yeah, man, how'd your band die again?
It was terrible, baby! There we were, on the stage, minotaurs marching, dragons through the sky. We had gotten an animal handler to have over 100 dire tigers.
It was pretty awesome.
Unfortunately, Stogie forgot to feed the animals. The dire tigers got loose and ate all my bandmates.
Man. But hey,
Ronnie Lightning, I'm in a white jumpsuit, covered with gold. I have a V-neck that goes right down to the point where it's borderline illegal. A golden mane erupts from my head with a 12-foot scarf. At this moment, I know we're inside, but I'm writhing on the hood of a red Camaro.
Rat-a-tat has a whole garage of cars, and this one's yours.
I love this one's very comfy. I do a lot of writhing, and it can hurt your hip flexors. And I am ready to rock!
God, you avatars are all so flary and dramatic. God, I get sick of it, but you make me so much money. All right, well, it's all very interesting. Now, all of you, get back to the rift. Find that damn key and send me a goddamn imp or something if you're going to be summoning any demon dragons or doing anything cool. And if we do this, you boys and ladies are going to be set for life. All your Ragnarock dreams are going to come true. But only if you get that key.
Let's get this key!
Oh! All right, we're gonna
Call
flash-
Billy.
Oh,
Call Billy.
call Billy. Okay, yeah, we're gonna flash cut. We're gonna basically cut out of Rat-a-tat's office where all these amazing paraphernalia from his prior bands have been sitting up on his 2-story loft apartment, and we're gonna go straight into the Abyssal Rift. There is a beautiful giant bridge that is crossing all the way across the rift onto an island spire city, titled The Speakers of the Damned. It's this glorious amphitheater, one of the best battle stages in all of Ragnarok, with these colossal 300, 400 foot tall speakers that center around so that all of the denizens of Ragnarok can find their bloody sport entertainment in this amazing coliseum of battle as it stands over the Abyssal Rift. Now, as you are coming closer to this bridge, you will notice that there are a few denizens holding signs which are currently advertising various tourism attractions that the Abyssal Rift has, one being the Abyssal Hang Gliding Tours. And at the base of the bridge, right before the connection begins, you also see there's a winding trail that leads down from the west side of the cliff. It appears to go on forever, switching back and forth. Denizens there are also gathered with various pack animals that look like a cross between a gecko and a porcupine. They call them porco-geckos.
Of course.
All right, what the hell do you guys want to do?
I want to fly to the sky, please. Does anyone else want to join me, or are you going to be lame and be on the ground?
Wait a minute. I have to take a slash. Can I do it off this giant bridge?
What?
No? So he goes over and he just starts peeing off the side of the bridge.
Dude,
Oh, I didn't know that's what that meant. Yeah, I need to take a wicked piss too.
guys,
go.
the key's down there. Don't piss on the key.
We gotta piss first, man!
I think he's so nervous now, he's just kind of peeing on himself and trying to not... okay, dude, yeah, I got this.
Well, are you upset because we had the whole cliff to pee off of and I walked right up next to you?
No, man, Ronnie, you're good. We're tight, yeah.
Stage fright.
Yeah.
I hear you. We all have performance anxiety. Listen,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm taking a piss right next to them.
all right, look, I know that this is a dangerous journey. We're all here for the first time together.
Yeah.
We are avatars of the gods of rock. And we have to find this key. Why? Because our manager asked us to.
Whoa.
I believe in all of us. Let's fly. I'm gonna jump off the cliff.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Wait for me, new guy!
Let's do it. Let's do our first roll of this game. So, Ragnarok. Gods of Metal. Gods of Metal Ragnarock is a D4 dice systems. Why? Because D4 is the most metal of all dice. Mostly because they hurt when you step on them real bad.
You make kind of a heavy metal rock and roll noise whenever you step on a D4.
No, exactly. So, in fact, small point, we actually had to shave these dice down because they were too lethal. I'm not kidding. We really did.
That's true.
Yeah. So, Ronnie, do me a solid. You've got a bunch of dots there on your stats. I want you to grab Legend Smithing, all right?
Okay.
And I want you to give me a couple of dice equal to those dots, and we're looking for 4s, baby.
Diomidius, I need you now more than ever. Diomidius, you've forsaken me.
All right. So I'm assuming we see no 4s there.
We don't really see that many 4s.
Do we see any 1s?
How many would be bad?
Any of them.
Okay. Well, the good news is it's not all 1s, but the bad news is it's 1 less than all 1s.
Oh, no.
Great. So, Ronnie, you do this because in Gods of Metal, you do not fail. But you just do not do it cool at all. There's
Even worse!
Exactly. So I'm going to give you a dedication to Diomidius. This is for you to put upon the altar with the rest of the team. People can use that dedication later, anyone at this table, in order to make their dice rolls a little bit better down the road. But those 3 1s, I need you to mark them on your feedback track because the connection between your boring, stupid-ass Mundanian back home and your avatar now has just become a little more disconnected, and you're now 3 steps closer to going back to Mundania.
That's pretty bad.
My Mundanian self, nothing like Ronnie Lightning, is the boring insurance claims adjuster, Ronald Lightning.
Legit. So, why don't, well, you know what? Let's start this off. So, Ronnie, you take off. You, like a sugar glider, you spread your arms in the air with your flaps, hoping that your leotard flaps will catch the wind as you drift down for the moment. And we see this as you fall 20 feet straight down in order to crack onto a ledge that is 20 feet down the abyssal rim.
It's not even all the way to the bottom of the cliff.
Hey,
Well, how you doing down there? You know, we can still see you.
Dude, you forgot your Corvette. I'm pushing it off.
Oh, sick, my ride!
Also, didn't you guys pee right there in that spot?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still peeing.
Right. Well, are we going to walk down to Ronnie in order to maybe pick up his dignity as well as his body and keep going down this cliff?
I'm going to enact some of my magicka, yeah? I think we need to have a magician's touch on all this, right? Kind of make it seem like Ronnie meant to do what you just did, yeah?
I don't know if any amount of magic's going to fix this problem, but you can try. Let's do this.
Right, so I'm going to utilize my Galaxy Leotard because I have a giant like WrestleMania-like belt and then a Galaxy Leotard underneath it. I'm going to utilize that and I'm going to expand my consciousness in my bosom and float down. Yes.
Roll it. Get that magicka going.
Come on, Calamity, goddess that sits on a mountain of skulls. Your avatar calls to you. Grow my breasts. Oh, I got a 4.
Yeah.
All right, great. Yeah, so
No ones.
You're gonna take that tribute, and I want you to. I mean, you basically described it for me, but give me your metal descent down to Ronnie Lightning.
Right, so I do a hop, skip, and a little jump, and then there's a flippy that happens. And as the flippy happens, it's like a magical girl effect that happens. all of a sudden they get bigger and bigger. And it's like a trick of the light, right? You look straight at him, it's like, am I looking into the abyss or is the abyss looking into me? As we glide down, all three of us, gently going through the air, I'm humming death metal all throughout the air, and I link arms with Ronnie, avoiding the piss stains on him. And just cradle him right here. It's all right, new guy. We got you.
Am I dead? This is heaven, surely.
That's right. Welcome to heaven, Gov.
Wow. And I'm going to let my piss-stained body be taken into your wonderful arms. Thank you so much. Okay, my plan was to come down here. My ribs, and you can see now we have a vantage point, much better than the top of the cliff, from which we can chart a course very safely and carefully down to the cliff floor.
Are we? Is this? So far, we've accomplished getting 20 feet down the abyssal rift at this moment. So, which I'm very proud of you all, by the way. Well done. But am I hearing you correctly in that we are now going to be taking the switchback trail, going down the abyssal rift at this point?
Yeah. I almost jumped following the new guy, and then I'm glad I hesitated and saw him splat the way he did. But I'm going to go down the switchbacks and feeling some sympathy towards this new guy as he's being comforted by my pal over here. I'm going to activate Divine Reverberation. I'd like to reduce my bandmates' feedback by 2.
Ooh, that's a once per session thing. You want to do that early?
You got to make the new guy like you. You know, you got to build rapport with them.
Nice.
All right, man.
You don't want them to turn on you later. So that is in Implore.
Implore. Great. And I think you're going to need how much tributes in order to pull this off?
It tells me 1 tribute.
1 tribute. Roll that Implore.
Oh, we're not that close yet.
Well, I will remind you, you do have 1 dedication to the altar if you want to get 1 more dice. Or
Give me that 1 more dice.
All right. Or I was going to give you another one, but that's cool. Let's go.
And it's a 1.
Oh, wait.
Mark that
man.
feedback.
So I get a feedback when I'm trying to reduce his feedback. I fail at that, and then I take 1 myself. That's bonding right there, everybody.
We failed together, brother.
We do.
So as you
True
all
band.
now, you're trying to, cozy up to Ronnie here because this is a striking leotard. There's actually a couple of leotard situations happening right here. But as you're trying to resonate this divine reverberance, you're walking slowly down the switchback. And as you start to descend more and more, you see that this abyssal plane, it is abyssal for a reason. It is vast, and you are going down and down and down, only to turn back around, to go down and down and down again. And as time goes by, you slowly start to realize that the light, the glorious blood-red sky that is always looming over Ragnarock is slowly starting to dim more and more as you have this permeating darkness slowly become to get around you. And that's when the Minotaurs show up. Right, so as you're coming down, you see there's these 2 long spiral-horned critters who have just jumped out from side billy goat-wise. You see they're on all 4s, leaping from rock spur to rock spur as they come down and charge in front of you. They have bloody axes on the side of them, and one is holding a long pole arm ready to skewer you, and they say, fresh blood, yes.
This is
Yeah, this is man.
All right, well, let's get some tempo up because we're going to be in an encounter right now, and we're going to have some combat. All right? We've got 2 rock tars coming across you, so let's roll 4d4s for everybody and set some tempos for this encounter. Read them off to me when you get them, Avatars.
10.
10 for Exus.
11.
for our Gargamel Gorefinger.
9.
11 Garg. 9 for Krakatos.
Sabototh, 9.
9. Oh, you guys are harmonizing.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very impressive 8.
Hell yeah, Robbie.
An 8 for Calamity. Well, Avatar Calamity. Carthusis.
Carthusis. All right.
2 harmonizers.
2 harmonizers.
Harmonizing
so
on
we have
9 and 8.
So I'm sorry, who was our 9s again? We had Krakatos and who? And Sabototh?
Yep.
You had 9 too?
That's 2.
All
That's
right,
2 on 9.
Sabototh. All right, so good news. You've got 2 harmonizers at the moment, which means you can do your actions simultaneously and pool your combat dice together in order to distribute your tributes and your feedback all together in a single roll. Bad news. The Rocktars are going to get a jump on you first, and they're going to both head straight towards you with their bloody axes and take some damaging swings right in front. So let's have it go straight towards our most active and highest tempo ones first. So Krakatos, Sabototh, you're gonna basically take some 5 damage, right?
I am.
5 straight damage. So here's what's gonna happen.
Dang.
Take your defense. Those 2 dice. So I think it's 2 dice on defense,
Yes.
right? Roll those for every 4. You will reduce that damage by 2.
Oh, man.
If it passes your threshold, you're gonna take a hit on that meat track, right?
Oh,
No, that counts.
that counts. 2 4s, baby.
Hell yeah.
Glory.
Hell yeah!
You got a choice here. You can actually take both of those if you'd like, and you can put them in the dedications on the altar to keep that later. You can spend one and you can use one, or you can just basically completely ignore the damage that's coming back to you because you'll be reducing it by 4 if you spend both of them.
No, I mean, I'm putting on a show here. So, as they're coming at me and they strike at me, I just stand my ground and stare at them, and I don't even flinch. I absorb all of that and take that metal energy that they're trying to take me down with, and I put it into our pool.
Great. I can think of nothing cooler for Aznubaba to basically bring to the table.
Bring on the doom!
All right. Now, as you say, bring on the pain, you watch as this initial, this rock tar basically come in and thankfully doesn't gore you completely, but does lift you up by its horns up in the center and flips him behind you. You spiral through the air as you come down and stick the landing, so that's fun.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but with 5, your threshold's 2, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna take 2 hits on your meat track because that's double your threshold.
Boom, boom, boom,
Bam.
boom.
Great.
Ouch.
Let's move on. Start from the top. Robbie, Carthusis, you're up first.
All right, you want to take them down, Gov?
Are these guys horses? I don't know what they are.
What? You know, you were explaining before, I think they're cousins of dire tigers. You want some revenge, Gov?
Hey, what's got 2 hands, a guitar, and hates tiger horse, whatever this is. And I'm gonna, I want to harmonize, and I also have another ability on my sheet. Ahem. And this is 3-part harmony. When you harmonize with another band member, you can automatically make another later band member join you for a 3-part harmony.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, that gives
Yes.
you, unless you want to split up the harmonization between Krakatos and Saboth at the moment, your best bet is either to take Hexus or Gargamel with you. Who would you like to take with you?
Hexus, let's do it.
Yes, let me join the club.
All right, great. So how about you all take your damage dice, right? Your damage pool, and let's roll it all up. All right? Or, I'm sorry, your attack. My apologies. Your attack stat. Thank you. Your damage is what you're gonna do when you do.
I got 1 for 1 success over here.
I want to use something from our pool.
Oh, you want to use a dedication?
Right, I want to use
Dedication?
one of our dedications.
All right.
I'm gonna use one as well.
Great.
I rolled really good, but I want to use one just for fun. Okay. All right, 3-part harmony.
Well, the good news is because you are harmonizing, maybe the notes of the other team members can help drown this out a little bit.
Yeah.
As you can share the feedback between the three of you, so you don't have to take all of it in one hit, or you could just take it, Robbie.
I'm gonna go, all right, everyone, in the key of rock. And when they start, I'm gonna turn around and go, my ribs are still broken. I'm having a hard time. I kneel down, and I'll take all the feedback.
All right, great. Take all the feedback.
How did you do?
How many fours did we get over
I
here?
got a 4, Gov.
Right.
I got 1 4 and 1 1.
All right, so mark your feedbacks. The marks
Mark
were
the
the ones we have. But with the 1 4, all right, that means you're going to be doing, what is this, 3? And then
3.
3 and 3. All right, 6 total.
I know exactly how this looks too, Gov.
Cool. That actually punches through. So you see a moment where, despite our gentle man holding his ribs here, both Hexus and Carthusis are taking the time to have that distraction. And why don't you describe to me a little maiming, but do it metal. Show me the metal.
Right, so I take out what looks to be a scythe. It's my crescent blade arc, as strings pop out of it, looking like snakes. They twirl into Hexus's air, prehensile air.
I am one with the weapon. The weapon is me.
The harp strings are out in a striking position behind her. I'm harmonizing with my crescent blade arc as Hexus's air stabs them more and more and more in all the sensitive bits.
Blood.
That's right. I only go for the groin and underarm areas. And you see this this corkscrew of hair kind of coming out like little spikes, and just jabbing like crush, crush, arm,
We watch as blood is splurting out from the rock tars in various pieces, and small bits of flesh are flying from places they shouldn't at the moment. As these rock tars are just basically getting pummeled one by one, but they hold their stance.
Delicious treat for later. Yes, flesh.
As we go,
Save a little bit so we can wear it later.
Gargamel, you're up.
So, a point that maybe I should have mentioned earlier, Gargamel is actually made out of living toxic waste and has a giant base called the Grody Gore Cannon. And he's like picking at this base, and he hears Ronnie screech horribly. Get it! And then something deep inside Gargamel blossoms as he realizes that Ronnie is probably the best singer he's ever heard. And he has to preserve this art. So he's gonna fire the Gory Gore Cannon directly at these muck duckers.
Roll it up, Gargamel.
I got a split result, a 1 and a 4.
Oh, right. We'll take that feedback.
I'd love to take it, but I did get that 4, Maestro.
As you feel the disconnecting, the deharmonization, and even though it tickles you in ways and unlocks things you did not realize beforehand, you still feel the deharmonization blend between you and that poor soul all the way back in Mundania. At the same time, I think that's enough for this rock tar. So why don't you show me the metal and finish this thing off?
Woo!
Yeah.
Covered in toxic waste, it starts to melt down to the skeleton and then falls in a cartoonish pile.
You watch as the second rock tar, who watched its comrade be disintegrated into toxic waste, looking something straight out of a trauma movie.
Yes, indeed.
Fall down to the ground, and it takes a look and decides this is not worth it, and takes its billy goat legs and starts hopping down the abyssal plane to find whatever cave it crawled out of back into its place. Well done, all of you. Well done. As you continue to descend down the abyssal rift, You continue to switch back and forth down along the winding trail, and you can't tell at some point if you've been down there minutes, hours, days at this point. Long stretches of time go by as it descends deeper and deeper into darkness. And at some point, you look up because there's a glisten, just a small glisten, a shimmer of green glow that is sticking out from inside of this darkened plain. And the green has the shining outlight of a small key, about 400 feet or so above you on this sheer cliff. Straight above.
How'd we go down farther than the key?
It's an abyssal plane. There's lots of things for the key to snag on as it comes down.
Guys, the key! I see it! It's above!
Let's get that key! How are we gonna get the key?
Wait, what about your hair?
Well, I've got hair and you have arms and legs. Do you climb while I climb with my hair? And I start to climb up, and as I climb up, I start to sort of take apart my taxidermied wig, leaving ropes behind for my crew to follow me up and climb up my own hair as I'm climbing up.
Awesome.
Towards this key.
All right, let's see this. Let's play some stunts. Let's see how you do with stunts on this.
I only have 2 dice in stunts, so I don't know why I chose to do this. Nope, nothing good, nothing bad.
All right.
Can I use a guy?
Like you said, it's not a failure, but it's not metal. Why don't you take a dedication and put it on the altar? All right.
Yay! Okay, so it's not metal. What happens instead of it looking cool is I'm trying to climb up, but I go and I slide down sort of on all fours, like I go back up again, and then instead of my hair being one long rope, it's just a bunch of they look like little spirals coming down. But every time you guys grab one, they get stuck in your fingernails, and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You got these little hair paper cuts as you're climbing up my hair. Sorry guys, I didn't wash this year.
I'm gonna look to my bandmates, seeing Hexus, but it's like struggling up the cliffside, and I'm gonna say, all right, I know I've been dragging ass, we can admit it, but this I can do, okay? Everybody, hop in the back of the Camaro. This is a stick shift. Back in Mundania, stick shifts usually only go to 5th gear. And this goes to 11!
I love, by the way, that this Camaro's been following you guys this whole time. Like speed buggy behind you, like.
That's a good boy, Camaro. That's a good boy. I throw a water balloon full of gasoline.
It has a tiny fire spurt on the engine, and it has now a little tiny fire spurt over it because the
Yeah!
All right, well, then let's do this. I mean, do we have? I mean, I think at this point we can keep that to stunts, or this could be.
Streets.
I guess this is stunts. Yeah.
Great.
You know what? What's better for you, stunts or legend smithing?
I think legend smithing.
All right, then let's make this legend.
The Mightiest, let us write our legend in the history books of rock.
You get an extra die, my friend. I'm gonna use my blessings on you, so you get an extra die.
Okay, great. Look. Look, the important thing is that there were no ones that time.
I mean,
there's nothing more rock than baby steps.
I mean, statistics at this point, dude. Maybe you should be praying to the god of math a little bit better. All right. You take Speed Buggy, the Camaro, and you hop. Is anyone hopping in this doomed ride?
Hell no.
All right. So just Ronnie hauls into this thing, and you stick shift it up as you start taking this thing up, and you know what? It's gaining a bit. You've got a 15-degree kind of angle here, and you're making some headway onto this. Rocks are spinning. It's kind of flying in your bandmate's face. As small like shards of shale, like hit them over and over again, leaving little nicks and blood down it. But you're into it. Ready to go. And then it starts sliding down and comes down.
No, not like this. Not like this. Come on.
And that's the moment that it catches, and Speed Buggy here kind of decides to take matters into its own hand, and it starts pushing up. And what ends up happening is there's about 5 minutes of you staying in the one place, but you have generated so much vibration in the mountain that the key is actually just ting, 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 tinking, ting, ting, ting.
Nice.
Ting. Down to you is what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
So eventually it finds its like tiny little trail back down, and it lands in front of Carthusis at the moment.
Ooh, right, now. So I told you the Anis come to me. Told you. So I'm just going to grab it, yeah?
Yeah,
I'm sure nothing
You
bad
got the
will
key.
happen. Oh, really?
We got the key!
Good night, everyone!
You got the key because you put probably like 15 gallons of gas into this mountainside as it's been spinning rock for 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I turn to my bandmates and I go, in the entire history of rock and roll, anytime a manager has forced a new band member into a band, there's never been any problems, ever.
Actually, I think we need to have a band meeting.
Yeah, great. Okay, we should, and
No,
we'll all be included.
No, Roddy. Roddy, I need you to just stay here, dude, for just 1 minute, okay?
Good. Hey, Camaro, good job, buddy.
Thanks, Randy. You're my best friend.
Oh, let me pick the rocks out of your grill, big guy.
I think Ronnie might be the chosen one.
I mean, I'll admit, I was on the fence, but then when his car started talking, I was kind of into it.
Listen, dude. The prophecy has been spoken many times before in whispered halls and on the back of record albums.
What?
His V will be deep, his hair flowing gold. His path shall be challenged, but he shall heal the chord in the face of the silence. It's him, dude.
I'm in.
Roy, I totally feel it, Gov. I mean, we're riding with the chosen one, which makes us the chosen one's chosen one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn over from a distance and just go, guys, does anyone have scissors? I think some rocks got in my boots, but they're sewn into my jumpsuit. The V in the jumpsuit's really low, so stuff gets in there all the time.
Do you want us to cut a hole so they will come out?
What?
Do you want us to cut a hole in your jumpsuit so the rocks will come out?
Oh, that's a way better idea than what I normally do. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
And you just see Hexus crawling on the ground, cutting little slits into like your legs of the jumpsuit. Like,
Yes, little slits. Yes, this is how you get the rocks out. Yes.
Like pencils, Cheetos, rocks, a little like stress ball. It all comes out of the jumpsuit.
I'm eating the Cheetos.
everything else is going in the hair.
Hey, my man, there's been in the jumpsuit for a while. There might be a little flavor blast.
Oh yeah, there is, baby. Extra cheese.
Cool, let's go. All right, well, as Gargamel and Sabototh are eating flavor-blasted Cheetos straight out of Ronnie's jumpsuit, Carthusis, you are observing this dream key, and upon holding on to it, something happens. A flash, a moment of awful disharmony and discord. You are blasted back into Mundania.
Oh.
Immediately on hiatus, the dream key folds itself back inside of you as you grin in there. Tell me, where are you? Where is your Mundanian as they are in their dreamlike state? watching as their terrible life unfolds before them.
Can we get a little elevator music from the band?
Hello, I'm Mitty Mouserson. I'm a science center docent in Orlando, Florida, at the Orange County Science Center.
As you are saying this to your group of people in front of you, there are children screaming everywhere as they are picking their nose and wiping it on all the various exhibitions. And there is just massive parents are there just on their phone, completely checked out. As you are trying to bestow some, modicum amount of knowledge.
Does anyone want to learn about vaccines?
Oh, man.
My daddy says that doesn't work.
Oh.
Well, everyone has an opinion, like everyone has. Don't say it, Mitty, don't say it.
Mitty. I'm sorry, kids. Be back in 5 minutes. I gotta talk to your docent here real quick. Mitty, can you come in to the staff office real quick?
Oh, I've actually been on a double shift, so I was hoping that I could just have 5 minutes to.
Yeah, no, I actually need to talk to you about that real quick.
Right away,
Yeah,
sir.
come on in. You know what? You're doing a great job. We really respect everything you're doing here, but I got a date right now, and so I'm gonna need you to cover this shift.
I can't do a triple shift again. That would be my
Hey,
ninth one this week.
But you know what? Think of all that overtime and all that great.
I actually haven't gotten any overtime in any of my paychecks
Okay, good. Well,
yet.
just make sure you lock up before you leave, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, okay? You watch as the door slams behind you, as you are now sitting in the quiet, empty staff lobby of the Science Center. You can hear the reciting chant of the kids outside. Kid abuse, kid abuse, kid abuse, kid abuse.
So specific.
How do you want to reconnect the severed line between Midi and Carthusis to see if you can find your way back to Ragnarock?
I must restore the balance between feelings and science fact. So what I will do is that I will dump the water cooler out on the floor. I will grab all the containers of 90% isophyl alcohol and fill up the water cooler.
How very specific.
I will then take one of the portable Bunsen burners and I will go back into the hole, specifically the one that they keep on chanting flat earth and kid abuse in.
Oh, great. All right. Well, let's take a 2d4 and let's see if you can contribute. You are not just trying to appease the overseers that look over Mundane at the moment. You are trying to, as they say, mess with the status quo at the moment. So this will require that you might be observed by the executors after this. All right? But let's take 2d4 and let's knock down your personal, your pep, your personal efficiency points. That's right. I had to remember my own game for a second. Yeah, your personal efficiency points. Let's roll it up.
I'm going to utilize some of the tributes that we have there.
You actually cannot.
Oh, because I'm in Montania
Because you're not
again.
in Ragnarok, baby.
Well, I will take the moment to tighten my ascot, smooth over my slick down on one side.
Can we help at all from where we are?
At this moment, I mean, if I remember correctly, you all built an anthem last time that was going to assist with this, but you don't have that other band member with you anymore. I know we built that, but just Mitty, let's just go. Let's see what you got here, all right?
I got 1 4 and 1 1.
Oh, great. So, this is fine. In this circumstance, since you are
Balance.
currently on hiatus at this stage, we are going to discount that 5 against your personal efficiency points. If you could write there 5 for me in just a second. And if you would like to, you can try to make a roll to return to Ragnarock at this point.
Oh, yes, I am.
All
I
right.
can't exist here anymore.
So we've taken 42 and we've removed 5, so you've got to get under a 37.
Tell me what I rolled.
2 d4s.
Not those two.
Let's see if you get back to Ragnarok.
Come on, Calamity, take me back, baby. A 1.
Nope, you're good. You've got this. So you had to roll under, or I'm sorry, you had to roll over the 37 at this point. You did not do that. That's okay. What's going to happen now is an executor is going to find you. It's going to find out this isopropyl alcohol thing that you did. In fact, let's talk about this real quick, all right? Mitty, you have poured out all the isopropyl alcohol inside of this water container of yours, and you're setting this Bunsen burner alight, and you're starting to get this whole process going, and you feel your hands shaking as you're trying to do something very naughty right now.
It's so naughty. Naughty Mitty. Naughty, naughty.
And as you're putting something together and you're getting it in, you watch as your manager comes back and says, "Oh, I forgot my bag real quick. Let me..." Mitty, what are you doing? And we're gonna cut immediately back. I need you to mark a strike on your Mundanian. Now, in Gods of Metal Ragnarok, if you get 3 strikes, either from losing all of your hit points or going back to Mundania and getting the Executor's notice, you will no longer have a connection to Ragnarok anymore. Your avatar will no longer be existent, and you will be Mitty docent forever.
No, no, no. God, I almost believe in no.
And just as quickly, avatars, as you watched Carthusis stand in front of you holding the key, blink out of existence, and it just as quick as amount of time, just a few moments pass, she blinks back into existence again, right in front of you.
What happened? Are you back?
God, I was in hell. I was in hell. I don't want to go back. I can't go back.
Dude, drop the key.
Oh, right.
You do still have the key. In fact, there was a brief moment in which you, as your manager was looking at you, you noticed that the key was also inside of you in Mundania for a moment, sitting, glowing inside of your lab coat before you blinked back into the existence of Ragnarok.
Now, it was terrifying, Gov. You don't know what it's like for me on the other side. You don't know the things that they say to me every day. Do you have any idea how many times I have to tell them that Celsius is better than Fahrenheit?
Sounds like a nightmare, but we found the keys.
You have the key, and the glorious news is that the key, in its light, has illuminated for you a small cave, a pathway in which to move forward. So incredibly convenient that the key can shine a light to show you your way forward at this stage. Yes. And as you begin to descend slowly into that cave, you begin to feel the pulse as the key itself seems to be glowing brighter and brighter, as if getting closer to the thing that it wants to be close to. And going through its various twists and tunnels, you see a grand doorway in front of you, which has words spoken in rhyme in front of it, with 3 very distinct symbols that seem to be twisting along a single side. The words in front of you speak out 3 lines. The old ones speak of winter, the young ones praise, and it's blank, and time just slips away. The old ones speak of winter, the young ones praise the blank, and time just slips away. And in front of you are 3 very distinct symbols. You see the rising sun, you see the glowing light of an illuminated bulb, and you see the dark crescent moon of night.
It's a puzzle.
There's nothing more metal than a puzzle.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the old ones think of winter. Now, if the young ones were thinking of a light bulb, that would not have a thematic consistency that would resonate. The young ones praising the moon, sick as hell. But
Very sick.
very sick, extremely metal. I think it's numero uno. Compadres, I think it's the sun.
You press the sun. Are you pressing the sun?
Let's press the
Pressing
sun.
button.
Yeah, punch it,
I
Gus.
really don't think it should be me.
All right, I'll do it. I press the sun.
Yeah.
Press the sun.
What happens?
All right, you watch as it lights up and you hear a melodious voice come across you. The old ones speak of winter, the young ones praise the sun, and time just slips away. And it watches it becomes green, and the door opens in front of you. And in front, you see in a giant crystal the Sacred Heart.
All right, nobody do anything. There it is. Don't do anything. Let's talk about this first.
You want a plan?
I think we should all privately in our own minds decide something absolutely wild to do and do it all at the same time.
God damn it, you're right.
There's no use arguing with the chosen one.
Sorry, the what?
Never mind.
Okay, I'm ready.
I mean, there is if you would like to know a little more about the Sacred Heart,
Yes, please tell us more.
or if you just
Metal
want to do
Maestro.
something, that's fine too. This is a beautiful column of light that is coming down upon this crystalline heart, and you can feel the key Carthusis. It is tugging. It wants to find its way directly to that. You actually feel this resonance force pulling it towards it. You have to actively use muscle power in order to make sure that the key does not slip out of your hands to go straight into the Sacred Heart.
All right, I don't have to roll for that though, right?
No, you're good. You're good.
Right, I'm a fit bitch, yeah.
And you do see beautiful stone pillars of each one of the 6 gods of metal, all laid in front of you in their plinth and decorated might. And you can see that, again, this thing stands in front of you in a glorious light, and some presence, some deep, almost like a voice, seems to be permeating into your mind. Find the Sacred Heart. Attack.
What?
Attack.
I'm gonna walk to the pillar of Diomitius. And I'm gonna say, Diomitius, glory God, God of flame, God of the immaculate hair. Please. I freaking suck, man. You gotta let me do something rad. And I want to attack. I want to follow the sound of the voice and attack.
You hear the sound of your god, or who you assume is your god, come into your voice and say, "There is no greater glory. Ronnie, there is no greater glory than finding the attack. And trust me, you doing this, and if you succeed and if you find this, there will be no greater glory than what you find by attacking the Sacred Hearts."
Let's do it! I slide across the hood of the Camaro, jump in the driver's seat. I'm going to drive it into a wall as fast as I can around the circular chamber, ramp up onto the wall and jump off of the open door and crash my car into the heart.
You watch as just cracks just blast this crystal apart as your Camaro slides into it, and it spider webs as it slowly starts to shatter, and you hear a voice similar to your own namesake, Ronnie, as it shouts, "Attack!" and it splits, and the Sacred Heart flies out of its crystalline prison and slowly comes together. Carthusis, you can't hold on to the key anymore as the pull is so strong, and you feel as it slips out of your hand, and they find each other, and they mold the dream key and the Sacred Heart together. And the entire room erupts in light as the room begins to shake. And you see as cracks across the room start to split down and through and forward as the most magnificent thing begins pulling itself from the abyssal rifts. You feel the heat before you see the light, but then the flaming light of a demon dragon as it begins to crawl up the side of the abyssal rift and comes out, and you see its open chest with just ribs permeating forward like a cage as the Sacred Heart begins to slowly drift towards it. And you see the dragon bring its eye down with its emerald green lights.
That's what I forgot. There was a dragon.
Yeah, I forgot there was a whole prophecy. We're trying to avoid this. Oopsie.
Word for duct.
Roll tempo.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
4 dice.
The Camaro, as you're standing, you'll get all your tempo together, but as you feel the heat from the Camaro, as this thing slips away, you look down the passageway to see this demon dragon with scales of fire as it's erupting from it and pushing its head down deep into the cave to look upon you. And it opens its mouth, waiting for the Sacred Heart to come into it. Let's see, who do we have? Who's first?
I got an 11.
11 for Ronnie.
14.
14.
Ow.
10.
I also got a 10.
All right, Hexus and Gargamel harmonizing. Who's next?
Carthusis 6.
6. Carthusis.
Sabotage 6.
I know you're all cheering for those high numbers, but believe it or not, in Gods of Metal Ragnarock, initiative, act, and tempo, starts from the bottom and goes to the top. So Carthusis and Sabotage, you start us off.
All right, what you doing, baby?
Right. First off, who's my demigod?
Who?
Who's my demigod?
Who?
Who's my
It's
demigod?
me! Is it me?
Yeah!
It's me!
Yeah!
It's
Yeah!
me! Ow! All right, so I pull out my drumsticks in one hand, a drumstick in one hand, and I'm twirling it around, and I'm reaching into Hexus's hair, because that's where I keep my drum set. And I pull it out, throw it on the ground, boom, 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 boom. This like killer drum set just pops up, pra, 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 pra. And I start playing this sick beat. What's the sick drum beat that I play?
Sick drum beat.
Sick drum beat. Yeah!
And while Sabotage is doing that, I reach into my WrestleMania-like belt, which is called Big Skull Energy, and I pull out my microphone, because I'm going to wail and harmonize with this rhythm. How do I wail? Give me a wail. And we're using these tributes too.
Hell yeah, we are.
We're using them both.
Roll it, let's see. Attack the demon dragon as you bring your wail and your sweet beats into this. And see if you can poke it in the eye or something.
4, 5, 6.
Damn it!
What do we got, gang?
I got 1 4 over here.
I got 3 4s.
But I got 2 1s.
I got 1 1.
All right, mark that feedback as we're bringing a little closer back to Montani. Although, by the way, from going on hiatus, if you had any feedback beforehand, you can mark it all away. You can take it all off. All right? So you're going to start with just that 1. All right. You've got 4 tributes in which to spend against this. Do we want to put it all into damage, or do we want to put some back on the altar for later, or do we just want to go straight for that punch in the eye?
Let's mess this thing up.
Damage!
Damage! All right. Let's spend it all, and I believe it's your 3, right? You got a damage of 3, Carthusis?
Damage of 3.
And 3, so we got 3, 6, 9, 12.
12.
All right. Though, I mean, show me the metal, punch this thing in the face, and then we'll tell you how it throws itself back into the abyss. It's not gone. But you're getting this thing out of its head for the moment. I'm sorry.
So, one of my
trying not to
symbols.
slap you in the face.
I grab one of my symbols and I throw it through the air, and it starts to absorb the screams of your rock-ass voice.
Yes.
Rock-ass. That's like a new thing I just made up.
My voice is coming out, right? It's like magical skulls, right? And all of them are howling too. And then like they've got tongues in their mouths, and those are howling as well.
Yeah.
All of that swirling around your symbol as it goes and slices right through it.
This thing slices. You watch as the blades come all the way down. It has this beautiful, crawler-like moment where you're watching it spin as it comes down and it strikes the demon dragon straight into its face, and you hear it scream. As it falls backwards, you can see its deep, fiery wings beating as it's trying to keep its momentum going as it falls down briefly for a moment before it slowly starts to rise up into your purview in the cave entrance again. Its huge wings beating, and you can feel each beat its heat as it just brushes over you as its flaming wings bear down upon you. And at that moment, you watch as the Sacred Heart zoops all the way down the hallway as it heads straight into the chest cavity of the sacred, of the giant demon dragon. And it begins to mold as you watch its rib cages slowly begin to pull back into it, holding into the hearts. Now we have Hexus. Hexus and Gargamel.
Are you ready to do this?
Yes, but we must remove the hearts, I think, is the point of this.
Every monster has a weakness, and it's called its butthole.
That old chestnut, yes, very good. And I reach back into my hair, as I do always. I pull out a giant silent lance. It looks like it's full of a bunch of spines all connected together into one long, huge lance. And I rear it up, and I hold it. Shall we pierce its butthole then?
Pierce away, my dude. And I hit this like deep bass riff, and I just go at it as the gore cannon starts to fill up with toxic sludge. And then I coat that spear with hot, burning acid.
Yes! That's right, everybody. My long, spiky lance is covered in a sticky, loopy goo, thick acid. And don't worry about semantics. I reach back and as a howler, I use my voice to project it forward, screaming, "Oh!"
Roll those attack performance pools. Let's see what happens. Let's get into it.
Ronnie's looking at it and going, some people are really into this.
Who says we're not? I got a 4 to 1.
Great.
I've got a 4 and I've got a 1, but I'm gonna use a power called March Alive, which allows me to take a second feedback and put 2 dedications onto the altar for the band.
Awesome. Great. I got some. Oh, there. Thank you, Hexus. All right. So as you watch as this flaming, screaming spear comes down, you see as it pierces directly into the rib cage of it, just barely missing the Sacred Heart as it comes in. But you watch as it again pushes. Oh, the butthole.
No, the
That's
butthole
right.
is what I said.
I'm
It was
sorry.
definitely
Very That's
Go on,
better.
Ivan, we're playing a game.
Listen to what
There's
your
rules.
players are doing. They want to attack the butthole. Let them attack the butthole. Right? The spear flies forward. It goes straight down the abyssal rift, and then it comes straight back up again. You watch as it pushes itself straight out of the side of its outside chest, as that's where the spear came out. We all know where it went in, but that's where it came out at the moment as it spins back and finds its way back to you, Hexus, with a little more gore and other matter on it than you had beforehand. It screams and you watch as it again just tilts ever so slightly as it pulls itself back up, and that does lead us to Ronnie.
Hell yeah. All right. So the lance is once again in Hexus's hand, correct? Okay. Ronnie is going to look at this. So this is standing in the crystal heart. The ribs are closing.
The ribs are closing around the Sacred Hearts.
The ribs closing around the heart. And this thing is massive. It's way higher than us.
It is the dragon itself?
Yes.
Yes, and the dragon is currently, I mean, you've been throwing things down this long hallway at the moment. Ha, metaphor. But there is still this big hallway in front of you that needs to be cleared before you going out into the abyssal rift.
Okay. Oh, that's different.
There we go.
There's only one thing left for us to do. I see my friends, I see my bandmates. I can't have another band eaten by tigers. That crystal heart is all that far away. I need to fly. And I look at Carthusis, who I have seen fly earlier today, and I hit my guitar and say, Dio Mightius, I must soar! Give me magic balloon titties! Ivan, can I roll for magic balloon titties?
Roll for magic balloon titties! Let's do it implore. Let's implore Dio Mightius to give you these magical balloon titties.
Use our tributes, Gov. Use our tributes, Rob.
Oh, we got tribute, okay.
Yeah, we got two of them. Use them both. Hope.
Use them both?
Use them both.
Go for it.
I got fours! Two fours! No ones! No ones!
As this moment happens where you're imploring Dio Mightius, please have this thing happen, and you slowly begin to prostrate yourself as tears are welling down your eyes. Having this thing happen, and suddenly you hear the sound almost like a birthday party. Oh, please, tell me what's happening. You fill up, and you watch as your body slowly becomes buoyant. And what do you do?
Now that gifted with the power of flight, I look at this dragon and I say, oh, you're about to see double titties. I soar forward, straight to the cavity of his chest, my arms outstretched for the crystal heart. We need it! The time of rock is upon us!
It's moments when the dragon looks at you, you scream out like a buoyant bullet, just straight straight out into this abyssal rift, and it comes straight towards, and you watch as a small slipstream behind you starts to come together as you're zeroing towards the Sacred Heart, and the dragon has this look like, what are you doing? As you impact into its chest, and you find yourself in the cavernous chest of a demon dragon. The heat all around you as it's coming together, and you're watching as these fleshy tendrils coming from the inside of its rib cage are slowly starting to pull onto the Sacred Heart as it's finding new purchase, slowly trying to become absorbed. But you are in the demon dragon's chest cavity now.
I also want to say, with Into the Unknown, you may stand close or pass through extreme heat or major environment discomforts for a short time. Being inside of a dragon feels like that qualifies for that ability.
I was gonna do some significant damage to you, but I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's cool, right? I guess fine. I guess of all the people to go into the chest cavity of a dragon, Diomedes makes the most amount of sense in hindsight, right? Great. You feel the permeating heat around you, and you can see the crystal heart in front of you as you're watching again, as it's slowly trying to be absorbed into it. But before we get to that, we still have to find out what Krakatos is doing.
All right, well, as a rock and roll guitar player, it is genetically programmed into me that I am attracted to the largest titties that I can see. So, when I see Ronnie's titties grow and fly into the dragon, I have no choice than to follow. So, I attach my 4-bladed guitar to my belt buckle, swing it around, and by the way, I noticed at the top of one of the necks, it says, "Don't forget about the dragon." I guess I missed that part. Anyway, I start spinning it, and like a helicopter, jump after Ronnie.
All right, make a stunts roll. Go after him.
Yeah!
Ronnie! I'm coming for you, buddy.
I got 2 4s and no 1s.
All right, you slowly start to spin this thing around as you're moving forward, and you find yourself crashing through. You have joined Ronnie inside of this. What?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
All right.
Ooh, I'm picking up a new vibe from you.
Yeah, hey. I know something's different about you. I can't really tell.
Hey, I think they're great too, man. Hell yeah.
But as a avatar of Kekatari, the 100-fingered man, the master of blaster, the Weedle King, is not Diomedes. And thus, the overbearing heat of being inside of the dragon's chest cavity is going to take you down a meat track. Ah! It hurts. It hurts so good.
Oh.
That's what it does. But now the dragon has its time. The demon dragon feeling creatures inside of it slowly messing away, but pivotal inside of its little self, is going to try to it needs to protect the Sacred Heart. It's going to reach into its own chest cavity and try to pull out one of these poor creatures that are inside of it to try to get it in. So, right? Let's see. I mean, Krakatos, I think you're the first one in, or you're the last one in, so maybe you're the first one out.
Oh boy, here we go.
Let's see, roll that defense.
Ivan, I got a question.
Yes.
I got an ability called F Your Noise. Can I use it? It can cancel an enemy activation. Is this a time where I can use that?
So you can cancel an enemy activation, but because this thing is such a high class of creature, it will require multiple tributes in order to do it.
Whoa.
So
we don't have any right now.
I mean, what's that?
Do we have any? Do we have?
No, Ronnie used them all on the titties.
Yeah, we did. But we don't have any.
We don't have any tribute.
Is there any way I can help him out with one of my powers?
I mean, if you want to assist him all day long, you can.
We got 2 of our bandmates in there, and that thing's gonna eat them or something. We gotta get them out.
Right. So I'm gonna enact contagious suffering then.
Okay.
Where I'm gonna roll my magicka, and any feedback that's rolled can be spent as tributes with a might of 2.
What?
Also, we get tribute anytime we fail.
Yes, yes.
So you're saying you need someone to fail.
Feel real good, baby.
The power has been revealed.
I would love for you to Carthusis. I would love for you to assist Sabathoth in this process. So give him an extra D4.
So this is cram and forge. Do I combine those dice pools?
No, you pick one, whatever the best one is.
All
so
right.
what is it, cram or forged?
Cram. That's 4 plus yours. 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else? Damn.
We need 2 tributes on this.
Right, so roll feedback, love, because then it's worth 2 each time.
Oh, I want
so
ones.
You want ones right now.
All right, let's go.
Got a 4.
Oh, so a total of
I got a 4 to 1, baby.
So it's a total of 3 tributes.
3
then.
tributes. Now,
But that also means, and I didn't tell you this because I knew you might not have rolled properly.
All right.
Those 3 then count as feedback for me.
For you?
It's a double-edged sword, love. Double-edged sword.
worthy price to pay. All right, so hey, show me the medal on this. Tell me how this happens. How do you take all of this feedback and suffering Carthusis in order to empower Sabathoth to cancel this dragon's activation? It is about to reach its clawed lava hands inside of its chest cage in order to pull out Krakatos and potentially squeeze it in between its fingers.
I actually remember when I was Mitty Mouserson in the Orange County Science Center, there's this giant thing called Mr. Stuffy. And it's filled with stuffed organs that you can pull out and learn about the body. Yeah?
Metal as hell.
It was hell. Kids used to hide in there and pop out and scare me. This is a real thing that happened at a job.
Did anyone say that this game is therapy? Yeah. Okay.
Funny thing is that we got 2 band members in the body of this dragon, basically the same setup as what you described.
And so as you know, you're feeling all of this this discordant energy pulling you back into Mundania, Sabathoth, you push out this giant wave of sonic energy and watch as it ripples across the demon dragon, who in a moment of just pure metal is just blinded by it and is taken aback, and you watch as its hand drips away, momentarily stunned, taking us right back, because this is what we're going to call this part of your activation, because that was a hell of a thing.
Hell yeah.
But Hexus and Gargamel, we're back to you.
Should we release our friends from the bowels of not the stomach of the dragon?
Get your hair ready. I'm about to braid it. And I pull out these chains. Now these are feedback chains.
Okay.
Every one that you roll, if we attack this dragon, isn't going to you. We're gonna amplify all the feedback and give it to the dragon.
Awesome.
I take out. Excuse me. I take out my silent lance, but I use this time to channel a power as well. This time, summoning a medium-sized creature that looks something like a horse and a cow. That thing we saw earlier. What was it called?
A minotaur.
Rocketar, yeah.
Time to come back, sweetie! And I summon it to attack and use this power, the dragon.
You want to have that Rocketar just go straight for it?
Yeah.
So the chains wrap through her hair and actually make them into these beautiful braids that wrap around that creature as it leaps forward.
Oh, it's got feed. So I'm imagining like the Rocketar with like Kratos like feedback chains over its biceps.
Yeah.
Right now as it's going.
But I'm
straight
also
forward.
riding it, so I'm just like, let's go! Yippee-ki-yay! Shall we roll
All right.
it?
Let's roll some damage against
Need to
it.
get, what, 2 more?
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
nice. Okay.
2 dedications.
Okay, so I
Not one though.
All right. That's fine. We're going to let it.
I've got 2 4s.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use one to succeed, and I'm going to put one into the communal
Actually,
altar.
since you two are harmonizing,
Yeah.
she needs the dedication. Or she
I'm going
needs
to
the
send it to
tribute
her.
this
I'll send it
moment.
to her through the chains.
Yeah, you can all share your tributes together when you're harmonizing. So between the one that's there and the two that's there and the one that's here, this goes off, and I need you to watch it. What's the damage between the both of you?
Mine's 2 damage.
2 as well.
2 as well. Okay, great. So, yippee-ki-yay! Here we go. The Minotaur is driving forward, and finally, Carthusis and Gargamel are making some way going down this tunnel, getting out of the space, and finally making their long pathway forward as the rock tar jumps into the middle of the abyss in order to Billy Goat butt this thing right in the middle of the center, carrying you both on top of it. For a moment, you can briefly see Krakatos and Ronnie deep inside of the chest as heat is resonating down upon it. And you have a brief, moment as you get there.
Cool. Good job, guys.
You push this thing back again, and you watch as some of its ribs start to crack, pulling together. Ronnie, it's on you now, man. You're here. You're here. The Sacred Heart's there. You can hear the voice still inside of your head. It's still saying the same word over and over again to you.
Attack. And just to be clear, because you do yell that a lot, don't piss on it. We want to attack the heart. We want to destroy it.
I'm not saying you need to destroy it. I'm just saying that the demon dragon
Got it. No, I got it.
has
I got it now.
has a sacred heart.
Well, I'll tell you what. I would like to. Can I harmonize with Krakatos to?
Oh, because you're both there in the same area.
Yeah. Same area.
So here's what you can do to do that to make that a little bit better.
Yeah.
Roll your speed.
Great.
So before this happens, you can roll speed. For all of the 4s that you have, you can adjust your tempo. In fact, I'll even let Krakatos do this as well too, just to get into it. So roll both of your
I'd like
speed.
to use Fingers of Fire to give +1 speed to all my bandmates.
Oh shit!
Woo!
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Four.
So +2 to all that then.
Right.
Feedback still counts towards feedback.
Got a 4.
Great.
All 2s.
All 2s.
All 2s, no 4s.
Yeah, no 4s, no 1s.
Well, you're gonna at least get a trip or a dedication there, sir. So that's that. Unfortunately, with only 1 tribute at this moment, the best that you can adjust, Ronnie, is take Krakatos from the 14 down to a 13.
Gotcha.
Which is not quite enough to harmonize.
All right, Krakatos, brother, you're gonna have to. I'm gonna set you up. You're gonna have to knock him down, and I'm gonna grab one of the chains from Hexus's hair, and I'm gonna say, "This is not the only heart in this dragon right now." And I'm gonna find its normal heart, its dragon heart.
All right.
And I wanna stab the chain braid into the heart and go, now with these bad boys, you really don't want them to go to 11. And I'm gonna hit the guitar and channel lightning through the chain braid and try to short circuit this dragon's heart.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah!
Let's roll some damage. And let's see if you can bring the metal.
I'm rolling damage, right?
You are going to do an attack pool, but you still have a dedication. We actually have 2 here that you had from earlier because from Krakatos not being able to do his speed roll, all performance pools goes into it. So if you want to burn that one, do another
I
one.
also got a bunch of 1s on that last one.
Yeah, so you get another one as
Hell
well
yeah.
too. It's just 1 for each time. So take another 2, sir. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh. 4 and no 1s.
4 and no 1. Great. All right, you strap this thing to its heart as you pull the chains together, and then you just press down the best lightning cord you can possibly imagine. Let's put a lightning cord in real quick. Let's find something that's just gonna blast as much energy into this dragon's heart as possible. Yeah? No, let's do a like lightning cord, man. Like something that's high and shrill. Let's go. And as you watch as the lightning slowly starts to accumulate into the chains as comes into it, these small lightning arcs come into it. It just has an unenthusiastic as you see this thing explode, and slowly the flame and the flesh start to melt around this dragon as it starts to convulse, having its heart taken directly from it. And it's at that moment you watch that the sacred heart, its slow tendrils of flesh starting to be pulled away from the demon dragon's inner cage, gets pulled away, and it goes straight into your chest.
Oh! I think, if it's okay, in Mundania, Ronald Lightning punches his computer screen and badly injures his hand and goes, "What?"
Yes! 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 You feel, and this moment in which the sacred heart slowly starts to mold inside of your skin, you see this vision. You blast in front, and you see all 6 gods lay in front of you, looking upon you in colossal towers as they stand before you. There's a single spotlight illuminating around you as their ethereal gazes pour down upon you, and you hear them speak in one voice together. Ronnie, you have made the first step of the prophecy come true. Ronnie, the one of the namesake of the first avatar. The first to come in, you are reborn as Dio. And as you snap back into Ragnarock, you feel as your leotard slowly begins to expand out and now becomes this all-encompassing cape around you. And you have this super cyan, like yellow light slowly come across your eyes as in a moment of blast, you just exude sonic energy and explode the demon dragon from the outside, or from the inside out, as it explodes everywhere, and pieces of gore begin to fly across the sides of the abyssal plane. And as you slowly float in the middle of the abyssal rift, you hear the voice of the gods again say, "The chosen one has returned." And that's our session, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to the Gods of Metal Ragnarok here at Gen Con. We're so happy that you could join us.